It's been an important part of my journey for the last decade. This fascinating practice. Simple, yet complex. Challenging, yet flowing with ease. Now so familiar, yet still so full of surprises. I'm Renee Hintz, founder of Incessant Poi. Today I'd like to share with you the benefits of practicing Poi with the goal of finding participants for a free workshop to be filmed for promotional purposes. So what's Poi? The word Poi refers to both a performing art and the equipment used for engaging in the performance. It involves swinging tethered weights through a variety of rhythmical and geometric patterns, sometimes while singing or dancing. Poi originated with the indigenous Maori people of New Zealand, helping women maintain hand flexibility for weaving and training men to be hunters and warriors. Poi also connects to indigenous oral tradition as a storytelling tool. Since Poi culture has expanded internationally, there has been a significant evolution in styles practiced, tools used, and the definition of the word Poi. The following will demonstrate how Poi supports overall well-being. A recent study has shown statistically significant improvements in balance, flexibility, strength, stamina, and cognition.
The art of Poi has been practiced by the Maori of New Zealand for hundreds of years. It has also spread across the globe, and many different styles of Poi, or swinging a weight on the end of a cord, are seen all over the world. The crazy thing is, with all these people playing Poi, there's never been any scientific research to explore its potential benefits on health. That's where I come in. 2 years ago, I moved to New Zealand to conduct the first scientific study on Poi, an art form I was introduced to over a decade ago and have been absolutely in love with ever since. I wanted to find out if Poi might have an effect on physical and cognitive function, specifically in older adults, as we're living longer than ever before, and simple and effective strategies for maintaining quality of life in old age are urgently needed. I recruited 80 participants from across Auckland and put their bodies and minds to the test, measuring things like balance, reaction time, upper limb range of motion, and bimanual coordination. After establishing baseline measurements, it was finally time to play. Participants were randomly assigned to practice Poi or Tai Chi twice a week for 1 month, Tai Chi being my control group. After the lessons were over, they went back to the clinics and repeated the same physical and cognitive tests. When comparing the baseline measurements to the data collected just after the lessons, some really exciting and statistically significant results emerged. Participants in both groups improved their balance, their grip strength, their memory, and their attention. The Tai Chi group also dropped their blood pressure. These are super exciting results, especially when thinking about quality of life, as they cover some of the hallmarks of frailty. So what's next? It's time to spread the word.
She's on our shores to test whether swinging Poi can make the elderly smarter and
He
healthier.
hua whai o ranga pia o roto I te mahi Poi e ai ki ngā kitenga I tētahi ranga hau hou.
It's a graceful element of Māori culture, but it seems performing with Poi could also be good for you. Clinical trials involving a group of...
And this is only the beginning. I hope this study will pave the way for future Poi and health research and shed new light on one of New Zealand's own taonga. Whether you're 9 or 99, we're all growing older. And for the first time in history, older adults are going to outnumber youth. It's time to put a new spin on aging, and for the world to follow New Zealand back to the practice of Poi and forward to a healthier future.
The flow arts are at once a sport, a leisure activity, a hobby, and an obsession, a new way to dance, explore, and interact with the physical world. A serious technical pursuit of mastery that helps me to transition from one thing to another, spending a few moments realigning and reinvigorating falling into the flow. That state in which a person is fully immersed in creative pursuits, when a person is completely involved in an activity for its own sake. Poi is a cultural experience and a personal journey, a channel to express identity, which provides a sense of accomplishment.
When I was younger, I didn't have a whole lot of friends, and I was bullied a lot for my weight. And it was kind of hard to not really have anything to express myself with or anyone to vent to. And the only people that I could trust and that really were my friends were the comic superheroes. Never felt like I had any special abilities and no one really looked up to me. So I kind of sought out to find my own superpower and to become my own superhero. And I tried everything. I drew, I painted, I sang, I did everything, but nothing gave me the spark that they seemed to have until one day I saw a video of this guy. He was spinning lights. He was spinning these lights, and I can't even describe to you the feelings that went through my body, like what was going through my head, seeing a legitimate superpower, seeing someone bending and shifting light in front of me. It was the most beautiful thing I had ever seen. That was the moment, right then and there. I needed to do that. I needed to become a superhero, and that was my way. My parents were actually not really for it at the beginning. They weren't really excited to hear that their son wanted to spin lights instead of be a doctor or a lawyer, but eventually one day I went home from school to find 12 glow sticks on my bed, and my mom had purchased them for me, and my face lit up. I cracked all of them that night, and I spent the whole night in my room just spinning them, and I had no idea what I was doing. I had no clue, but the feeling that you get from just being at complete peace with yourself and expressing, and almost a sense of meditation, I can't put into words. Poi made it so that when people looked at me, they saw something beautiful. And I finally felt like a sense of belonging. I finally felt that sense of, this is why I'm here. And it sounds really silly. I mean, looking on the outside, just a kid waving around glow sticks at night. But there is so much that did for me, and I practiced from that night on, day in, day out. And I feel like the world is infinite, and our abilities are limitless. Like, somewhere out there is a person who's going to change the world, but doesn't realize it. We all have it in us. It just takes that first step, let me just look like an idiot, like today. Let me just look like someone who has no idea what he's doing. Your first step to being anything and everything that you want to be is making mistakes. And that's something that I've learned with Poi, is that you hit yourself a lot. If you do want to pick up Poi, just go for it. Just like anything in life, take that first step. If you find yourself inspired, start right now. There's very little difference between you and the so-called best in the world. The difference is they took that inspiration and they acted on it. This is your moment right now.
The international Poi community offers opportunities to connect both online and in person, to create works of artistic expression for live audiences and across multiple media platforms, to explore possibilities, innovate, push the boundaries of what is possible by integrating the latest technology, and finally, to discover the world that surrounds us, with Poi as a starting point to connect to concepts from other disciplines. Which brings us to my proposal, presented in 3 parts. My mission statement, providing access to Poi programming for every age group and level of ability, promoting Poi as an activity with specific health benefits and which supports overall well-being. My objectives are to provide a unique and exciting experience for participants, field test and fine-tune workshop logistics and teaching methods, and obtained video footage with permission to use it for promotional purposes. What I'm offering is a 1-hour workshop for up to 20 participants, free of charge, with all necessary equipment supplied for the duration of the activity. As part of the agreement, media release forms would be signed to authorize use in promotional materials. This video would help me to approach prospects and pursue opportunities to bring Poi into people's lives. Your participation will assist me in being able to provide my services on an ongoing basis. I'd be happy to meet with you to discuss further. Thank you for your consideration.